What's up, everybody? How you doing? Happy Monday, May 6th, 2019. My name is Jamaal Boss Eagle Curry, aka the Firebird. I'm a Fort Collins, Colorado-based hip-hop artist and the founder of the new Business-Minded Musician. So I just want to say welcome. This is the first episode of Music Mondays with Business-Minded Musicians. So if you don't mind, give me a second here. I'm going to make sure that we are broadcasting live and direct on Facebook here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and leave this page. Right. And make sure that we are all set here. Hopefully y'all are having a great day. Come on. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and just share this. Share to a page. And give me 1 second. Let me share this right here. And then let me go to my other page and let me make sure it's actually sharing over there, because I know it's broadcasting here. And we are live. Absolutely. So awesome. So welcome again to Business-Minded Musicians. This is another thing that I'm doing here. And I'm hoping, like I said, to do these Facebook Lives, hopefully once a week on Mondays, and just to be able to talk about all things music business. As I mentioned a couple minutes ago or a minute ago or so, I am a hip hop artist based out of Colorado, and it's been just an absolute amazing time so far. Just pursuing music and everything. I would say have had music. Oh, what's going on, Eric? I've had music in my heart, in my soul, in my being probably all my life, and just about a couple years ago, I left my full-time job to pursue entertainment and entrepreneurship full-time. And so music is my chief passion. And I'm so excited to be able to be making music, recording music, performing music today. So it's pretty awesome. I released my first album, my first LP back in November 2017. It's called the Firebird album. And it was just an awesome opportunity, an awesome experience. I left my job in August of 2016, and then about 3.5 months later in December, I ended up actually in the hospital. I had a blood clot in my right lung, and part of my lung actually died while I was going through that, and just had some other things happen as well, just with my family and everything. And then a month later, January of 2017, went in the studio and recorded my first song, my first single, which is called Firebird, and released that in March of 2017 on iTunes, and had like 2 downloads. So, and one of them was my wife, and the other one was a buddy of mine. And but I was like super excited. I remember being in LA at the time. I was out there for the ASCAP Expo. There was a music conference, and I just remember sitting there. We were on a break. I was on lunch break, and I remember just sitting there, and I was kind of overlooking, Highland and Avenue, Hollywood and Highland. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, I only have 2 downloads, but like I was so happy. Like it was insane. Now, obviously that's not sustainable or anything like that. But I just remember that moment of just being like, yes, like this is awesome. I mean, I've dreamt of being a music artist ever since I was a kid, and grew up watching Michael Jackson and all those people, and it was like, oh, I want to do that, New Edition and everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of doing that now. And so the project was originally going to be an EP. I was thinking maybe for 3 or 4 songs or whatever, and then it over the course of the next 10 months became an album. And so I didn't know probably a whole lot of what I was doing, and just kind of made an album under the radar, really, and didn't really, like I said, know what I was doing. I didn't have any mixtapes. I didn't have anything else like that going on. I was just like, I'm gonna make this album. and ended up in August of 2017 going to another music conference for a digital distributor. And I remember hearing this hip hop artist talk about making the Billboard charts, and I was like, what? Like, and I'm thinking, that's for people with big names, or I thought that, maybe you think that's only for people on like, with big record deals and stuff like that. And so I kind of had a new goal that I never thought was possible, or didn't even have before that conference, and ended up connecting with his manager afterwards, and then connected with him after the conference. And we talked on the phone and just got more information and everything. And so I was determined. And so no manager, no record label, no PR, no publicist, no ads, no nothing. Just my wife and I pushing the album. And we debuted number 5 on the Billboard Heat Seekers regional chart. And so it was super awesome to be able to be like, I'm just kind of the new kid on the block kind of thing, and don't even really know what I'm doing. But to get the response that we got, and it's just been just amazing from there, just in terms of, getting love from local radio here, shows, music festivals. I'm just coming off a music festival, and this summer is already starting to heat up. I've got some big stuff coming up. I'm going to be performing with a big artist out of the Bay Area by the name of Lyrics Born. So that'll be this July, and then I've got a bunch of other stuff coming up too. That's the calendars that's getting on the calendar. So that's kind of, my journey, former drummer, hip hop dance choreographer, I'm a serial entrepreneur, but music, like I said, is my chief passion. And so that's what, I'm just kind of is on the front burner for me. But with that being said, I do have also, experience as, in business as well too. And part of the reason for this brand, Business Minded Musicians, it really has to do with that, the idea of, I think as artists, we do the music side really well, the writing, the recording, the creation, that creative process, even the performing. But what often gets lost, particularly with independent artists, is the kind of the post-production, right? So what do we do with our music afterwards, and how much time and energy and effort are we spending marketing and promoting our music? And there's so much technology and so many resources out there that are available today that weren't available years ago, that we can and we should be using so that we can make a career out of this. And that's kind of what the idea behind Business Minded Musicians is. This is kind of a new thing I'm starting. I just really kind of grabbed a couple social medias like just back in February, and this is just the beginning of May. So this is all still pretty new. But what I'm hoping this will be is a resource for independent musicians. The things that I'm going to be that I'm aspiring and hoping to cover will be things that'll really help artists to be able to take control of their career as musicians. Everything from understanding technology and how to utilize technology, social media, different trends, policies, things, different platforms and stuff that we can use to actually, hopefully, like I said, propel our career forward and those types of things. Probably not going to get, at least for me, into some of the other creative aspects, such as like songwriting and things like that. Although those things obviously are very important, but the goal for this would probably be more dealing with, how do we get our music out there? How do we use certain tools and different things for marketing, promotion, for registering, those types of things. So we're dealing with the business side of music. And then obviously as things that, I come in contact with, or if I utilize something or find out about something, obviously, I love to probably talk about it. But I'm hoping to do, like I said, these Music Mondays on Mondays, because Mondays are it's just the beginning of the week, and it's a great day to start off right and thinking about, how to really kind of, like I said, take care of some of the business stuff of the music. I remember my brother, who was making music. I remember he years ago read a book, and I'm pretty sure the book was called The Music Business, if I'm not mistaken. And I think like one of the first lines in the book said something like, it's called The Music Business because that's what this is. It's 10% music and 90% business. And I still remember that all these years later, of just that idea of, that is so true. And I think, oftentimes why a lot of independent and DIY artists don't really gain a lot of traction outside of maybe, gig hustling and gig chasing and things like that, is because we don't truly understand truly understand the business side of things. Whether it's, like I said, whether it's registering your set lists and your performances with your PRO, or even understanding what a PRO is and being registered and affiliated with one. There's a lot of stuff that, that if you had a record deal, if you were with a record label, they would just kind of take care of or do for you. But for me, I'm not anti-record label, but I am kind of anti the old model. I don't think that we necessarily need the old model anymore. We don't have to go to chasing down record deals anymore. There's a lot that we can actually do for ourselves, and it's going to require work. You're going to have to put in the work or bring on people who can handle certain things for you. But there's a lot that we can do, like I said, to be able to take control of our careers and actually be able to make a living out of it. And that's what this brand is probably going to be, mostly for those people who do want to either make it their full-time thing or at least start to generate income, even if it's part of their income yearly or monthly. It's probably not going to necessarily be for the hobbyist. I'm not going to talk about a lot of, hobbyist type things. It's going to be for folks who are serious about their music career, who are serious about making, investments into that, whether it's attending conferences or, buying online courses or different things. I feel very fortunate being kind of a very unique mix of right and left brain. I tell people I'm about 60-40, about 60% right brain and about 40% left brain. And a lot of my education, a lot of what I've learned and I've gathered over these years has actually not even come from the music industry. It hasn't come from the music world. I've learned from some of the best minds in marketing and authoring, coaching, consulting, social media, all these other things, that people who are not musicians, but the things that they teach and the things that I've learned are applicable to us as musicians. Marketing is marketing. We just have to apply it to music, and so all these things and the ways that people do things, I'm finding that, and I've found that I'm like, man, that's totally applicable to what we do and how we can, really build creative, successful careers as musicians. And I say successful, with quotes around it, because I do believe that success is relative, and I believe success is individual. And it doesn't necessarily mean the same thing for everyone. It's not a one size fits all. So I just wanted to come on for this first video and just really just kind of share kind of my why, kind of introduce myself a little bit, tell you who I am, and kind of, like I said, talk about, a little bit of that why I'm doing this, why I want to do this. I'm really passionate, not only about music. Again, it's my chief passion in terms of profession, but I'm also very passionate about artist education, professional development for music artists as well. So I want to see, a lot of those things happening where artists are being able to have success and actually generating income and being able to pay their bills and take care of their families with their art, instead of necessarily having to, go and find a job that does that and then try to eke out as many minutes or hours as you can a week to try to, work on your craft and stuff. I figure, why not get paid doing what you love and what you're good at? So I hope that this will be a great resource for people, looking at, like I said, trying to do these every Monday. And then also I have a YouTube channel as well. I'll put the link in the description above or below, but also maybe drop it in the comments too. So I'm gonna be doing some YouTube videos, different trainings and stuff, how-tos, reviews, talking about different things. And if there's anything that you guys are running into or experiencing or whatever, I'd love to be able, like I said, to, maybe we can tackle it together. Or if I feel like somebody would be a great resource for that, I might point you towards that, or just, sharing resources from other people that, whether it's articles or blog posts or different things that'll help you with your career as well. So hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you had an awesome Cinco de Mayo yesterday. I look forward to, what this brand can become, business-minded musicians, and just really hoping that, we do kind of build a large contingent, a large tribe of independent DIY artists who are just, are hungry and who understand the importance of investing into their career and are looking to, take on those challenges and face them head on, but understanding that, in the end, it's gonna be a lot sweeter on the back end when you own all your masters and you own all your publishing and those things, and you're not stuck in some 360 deal where a record label is taking out of every pot of your your revenue streams. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is, like I said, being able to see artists actually have control, take control of their music careers and be able to make a living doing so. So like I said, hope you guys had a great day. Have a great week. I'm Jamaal Boss Eagle Curry, and I will see you all in the next video. All right, peace.